What did blended families look like in different historical eras? Imagine stepping back in time and seeing families that look very different from what we know today. Blended families have been around for centuries, but their shapes and social acceptance have changed a lot over time. In early times, especially before modern medicine, many families were formed because of high death rates. Widows and widowers often remarried quickly to care for their children and keep the household going. These families were usually large, with biological children, stepchildren, and sometimes extended relatives all living together. The main goal was survival, so emotional bonds were sometimes secondary to practical needs. Children's relationships with step-parents could be complicated, depending on how well everyone got along and the circumstances. Moving into the 19th and early 20th centuries, families began to change with new laws and social ideas. People started marrying for love and companionship, not just for economic reasons. Divorce became more common, which meant more blended families formed when people remarried. Laws like the Married Women's Property Acts gave women more rights inside the family, but traditional gender roles still held strong. Children's welfare became more of a focus, with laws limiting child labor and encouraging schooling. Blended families during this time started to reflect these new values, but society often looked down on them compared to traditional nuclear families. By the late 20th century, especially for Generation X, blended families became a lot more visible and accepted. Divorce rates had gone up, and more people remarried, creating new family units with stepchildren and stepparents. Society shifted from seeing the ideal family as a traditional two-parent household to recognizing that families could look many different ways. Generation X grew up witnessing or experiencing these blended family setups firsthand. They learned that emotional bonds, cooperation, and communication are key to making these families work. They also saw that blending families can be challenging but also rewarding, with everyone working together to build new relationships. Today, blended families are seen as normal and valid, with their own unique strengths and struggles. They show how adaptable families can be, changing over time to meet new social norms and personal needs. For Generation X, understanding this history helps explain why they value honesty, resilience, and open communication in their own family lives. It's clear that family life has always been about more than just blood relations. It's about how people support each other through life's ups and downs.